All right. Nothing the Bills did kept them from exiting the postseason before they got to the Super Bowl. Brandon Beane, the Bills general manager, had an end-of-season press conference yesterday, and he touched on a couple of important topics. I want you to watch and listen how carefully he chooses his words, how gingerly he tiptoes through the FedEx envelope minefield. Because if you say too much, you're going to get fined by the league for criticizing the officials. Here's Brandon Beane on the controversial fourth down call. We all know Josh Allen was short, even if he wasn't. What does Brandon Beane think about it? Here's what he had to say.
It's frustrating. There's only so much I can say. I don't. We work with the league to try to get clarity, and I'll give them credit. They've taken our calls, they've sent video and things like that. I just, I wish, if you're talking about like the fourth down play, that was, I feel like he got that. And I still feel like he got that. I felt that in the moment. And nothing has changed my mind on that.
Very careful, very like diffusing a bomb. But the bottom line is, yes, he believed it. Sean McDermott believed it. Gene Steratore believed it. Dean Blandino believed it. Most people believed it. That surge, that initial surge. And you know who else believed it? Jeff Seaman, the official on the side of the field, who could see, I don't know that he could see the ball, but I know who couldn't see the ball. The guy who's spot controlled, Patrick Holt, coming in there from the bottom, the official, he didn't see where the hell that ball was. And Seaman deferred to Holt. I still want to know this psychological mating ritual that results in who's the alpha, who's the beta, right?
First down.
He gets it across, and Seaman comes in from the top with a spot. Watch him come down. Now, this is the other side, I think, but the bottom line is this weird, inexact, this is the way we've always done it process needs to go. It needs to go. You've got two different individuals. One sees something, one sees something. They don't know what the hell they saw, and one defers to the other, and that determines whether or not they get a first down, which determines whether or not the drive continues, which possibly determines whether or not the Bills go to the Super Bowl.
I'll say, Mike, two things for Brandon Beane. One, don't give them credit for taking your calls. It's a National Football League. You're one of the members. They're supposed to take your calls.
That's true.
That's what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, they didn't hang up on me.
They've called us back. Yeah, that's their job, to take your calls. And the other thing is, just take the fine. Just go ahead and say it. Take the fine. What's it going to be? They're going to dock you a draft pick? Is the fine going to be $1 million? No, we know what the fine's going to be. I think most football fans who are not Chiefs fans, most of your fans in Buffalo, want to hear you say what they were saying during the game and what they've been saying since. That was a first down. We know it was a first down. Just go ahead and say it. They'll fine you $35,000, $50,000, and you move on.
And it might be more than that for a general manager. They hit Joe Mixon for $25,000 for something he didn't say, and then they realized he didn't say the thing they fined him for, so they found something else to fine him for instead that he did say, which wasn't nearly as problematic as what they originally fined him for. They fined Will Anderson Jr. of the Texans as well. And they're very sensitive to this now. Why are they so sensitive to officials being criticized? It goes with the territory, and we all know, we all see it. Troy Aikman told Jimmy Traina of SI.com yesterday that he didn't hear from the NFL when he criticized those calls during that Chiefs-Texans game, and his comments are going to resonate a hell of a lot more than the post-game comments that most people aren't going to see. You got 30 million plus people watching the game. How many people are actually going to see what Joe Mixon and Will Anderson Jr. said after the game? So, and I'm not saying that Troy Aikman should be fined, but he said he didn't even hear from the league. Now, his bosses might have heard from the league, and they might have, run interference, which I've been told can happen from time to time, and the person who said the thing that got the league riled up never even knows that there was an issue. That's not unprecedented. But still, they just need, the NFL needs to recognize there's an issue and not be sensitive about it. Deal with it. Fix it.
Yeah, and be willing to invest. Isn't that what we're talking about? And we're still going by, three guys there, two guys kind of looking. There's a mass of bodies in the middle of the field. Hey, did you see it? Did you see the 6'5", 240-pound guy with the ball? Where was the ball? Was his shoulder there? Was the ball over? Did he have the initial surge and then somebody else guessing? There's a way to do it. There's a way to invest in this where you could have a little bit more. Obviously, we'll still have debates and we'll still disagree on some things, but you could be a little closer to perfect. You could reach perfection. You can get closer if you invest in some technology that allows you to see where the ball is.
Or any technology that allows you to see where the ball is. It's not low tech, it's no tech. It's 2 sticks, it's 10 yards of chain, and it's 2 guys with differing opinions on where the ball is, and it is primitive. It's caveman. Who's going to bow down to the other guy? Who's going to defer to the other guy? And nobody has any idea how it works. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.